Okay, from my perspective,
The Bricc baby crib cut.
this shit
The ice colder longer.
started to get out of control because Bricc Baby popped in on the podcast, and now we already knew the Sharp had issues with Ack. They've been going back and forth for many months now.
Feuding.
Bricc Baby shows up on the news. I watched the news the other day, and I see you walk in, and as you're getting settled in, everything, they're having the conversation about some of these accusations that his girl, who... Did AD say this too? You got to switch up the girl situation?
Yeah, AD brought it up. He basically said that she ain't worth all of this controversy that she keep causing, bro.
I mean, I'll say...
I think he on the song with that one.
I haven't seen everything that she has put out on the internet or whatever, but at least some of it that I've seen, I was just like, bro, Ack, what the fuck is going on? This is not good. This girl seems like a fucking lunatic. But either way, she put out some accusations about him. I think like the two that stood out to me the most were... that she said that he was fucking with a trans person, but she didn't have any kind of like evidence or whatever. She just posted the DM, right?
DM.
Which, hey, I've been there before. I messaged a trans person and then had to fucking be like, God damn it, delete the DM or whatever afterwards because that's not something I'm trying to actually do. I've been there before. There was some other shit too, but I felt like you kind of like let me in on your mentality because I felt like you sat down in the chair and you almost like were too presumptuous of the idea that Ack was actually guilty of this trans accusation.
Because I could see Ack doing that.
What about his public personality, though?
I could go for that. It's just like, all the screaming in the room. It got like whole tendencies, right? Akademiks, he got whole tendencies to me. I'm a street nigga, so when I see certain little feminine shit in a nigga, I just whatever. But I'm not saying, I knew he was. I just said it didn't surprise me. Like, it didn't surprise me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was like, yeah, I can see that. Whoa. And then they showed the DM. But then I'm like, your girl, mind you, your girl was just going crazy on the live at something, and you could tell he was uncomfortable. He didn't make her in the live. Like,
that made me wonder, too. And I've seen a lot of comments that were like, what does she have on Ack? Because, listen, if you're talking through a fucking Dave Chappelle comedy show, I mean, I don't understand. Like, that's just not going to fly with almost any dude I can think of. Like, why would they tolerate that? And Ack seems like a dude who, for the most part in his relationships, he wants to be in control and he wants to be kind of governing the flow of the relationship. So to me, as soon as I saw her talking all through the Dave Chappelle performance, and I told him this, I was like, that shit is crazy. And he seemed like he agreed, but then she's still around, which I don't know.
So you might got a cat in the hat, right? So now you pop out, boom. She's posting the DMs and saying, I'm going to give you more of the information on Sunday. Tap in.
Right.
So now I'm like, I'm not going with the, no. I didn't know he told this story before also. So
he did?
Didn't he tell the story? He said that he messaged a transgender, didn't know it was a transgender.
I didn't hear the story before, but this was
Flacco said that. I didn't know that. So I didn't know that coming into it. So I also said on Sunday, if she ain't got the receipts, because nigga, ho say is no say, nigga. I apologize for what I'm saying. But the rape shit, you got to come with the paperwork or whatever the case is, if that's true.
See, that was the weird one because that was such a more specific accusation, and she included so many details, and she said
the mom got handcuffed.
She said your mom got handcuffed and the police kicked the door in. And I was just like, all right, so I'm not going to take him not responding to that as a smoking gun, because the truth is that anytime somebody like makes an accusation about you, as soon as you acknowledge it, and even if you just said that never happened, boom, you're like acknowledging that and like kind of giving it a new level of weightiness that you don't necessarily want to do if you're a public figure. But I mean, if anything, that seemed like the much more serious accusation.
Rape. You got to speak up on that. Yeah. I get a lot of other stuff. You're right. Like, once you entertain it, the cat's out the bag. Whether it's true or not doesn't really matter. People are going to run with that narrative. But this ain't a narrative I would allow to run, bro. Like, I'd have to say something. It's that high at that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, rape, my nigga, like, hold on. That could fuck up everything for you, homie. And to be real with you, even though I think he a little baby back bitch, I don't want to see the nigga fucked up and not eating. Exactly. I said, as another black man, bro, I don't wish that on niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is.
Also in the archive, though, Adam, On Rolling 60s, you
On
insulted you insulted a Rolling 60. Well, let me not do it like that. You insulted one of my homeboys and said you wanted to fight him, and you know that nigga only weigh about $140. You know what I'm saying? Talk about Lil Baby, man. That's my little homie, man. You get what I'm saying? Nigga, it don't matter if we ain't been, yeah, so, but it still sticks. Like, oh, nigga, you a box. And I replied to him, like, you act, I replied there, like, since you want a boxing nigga inside, nigga, I beat your ass. That's my little homie. So, nigga, I'm a squabbly. You get what I'm saying? Straight up. So it's like you always be going against the culture, but then saying you for the culture. Which one is it? Like, because you always be like, and then you do like little funny shit. You think that 4L and 4PF is beefing, so you have Lil Nudie and Baby Drill on while you beefing with Lil Baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Shout out Nudie, you my brother.
I didn't even think of that.
I don't think him and Savage been having a relationship.
And he would have done that interview regardless, right? Like, I would do that fucking interview right now.
I ain't gonna put that one on him.
I understand that, but why you didn't do it earlier?
I mean, Baby Drill just getting hot.
I'm talking about
right
Nudie,
now.
though.
I think Nudie just put out a project, didn't it?
Well, Ak was probably feeling that right after he did the interview too. It's like, why the fuck did I do this? They didn't say anything.
Drill, the one that's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying?
Everybody
Baby Drill
Baby
just
Drill,
got cracked. Baby Drill to get a Akademiks in it. It's early. He's hard.
Yeah.
He's hard, but that's early. He ain't. What nigga you seen up there that early? That's some no jumper shit.
It just feels kind of wild because I'm so used to Ak responding to everything.
Yeah.
So when anything comes up that he doesn't respond to or doesn't like immediately, like I'm not the most dedicated chat, but it feels like the chat dudes feel that they expect him to basically be treating them like they're the board of the business and stuff. So like I have questions too. I don't know if he acknowledged it, but like I noticed he's putting all the podcasts right on YouTube now. So I'm wondering what happened with Spotify, because I know Spotify let go of a shitload of podcasters. So it wouldn't even necessarily be like a L from his perspective, because I'm pretty sure they're cleaning out like 80% of the fucking Spotify originals and shit. But it's also kind of strange. It's like,
did they clear you out?
No, because I was never on it. I was just like, we post our shit on Spotify.
But you're not on it.
We're not
It's
like
not an exclusive deal.
Yeah.
I was saying the same thing with Act 2 though, because like recently I seen he had the 1090 Jake interview on there, and like another interview,
and the Vlad one he just put on there.
It's all usually just exclusive to Spotify, but now he on YouTube with it.
But what I heard is that Spotify's telling everybody you can still post the shit on Spotify, and we will give you a percentage of the ads that you do on the podcast and everything. But that's like basically more like a regular ass deal that anybody would get on a podcast. But I'm just surprised that he's not like having that conversation publicly with the audience, because even if it is an L, like, I don't know, like even with the live show with him like switching venues and it not being that many tickets sold or whatever, I don't know. Doesn't it kind of feel like maybe there's like not as much transparency as you're kind of used to?
The shit wasn't popping, bro.
I mean, listen, we did a New York show and I think it was like 600 people or some shit. So I'm just like very confused about why his show in Jersey, right over the bridge, that just seems like, I don't know. And also, didn't he like immediately sell out the Charleston White joint? Did he say that?
When
at
him
a
and
certain
Charleston
point?
White was together, like before China Mac and them got into it, I think it was sold out. Like that, all the tickets was gone.
Hey, they bombed for him.
That's why I was actually surprised to see that the first venue didn't sell out. I mean, he said it was because of
The security.
reasons.
Hey, go ahead.
He said it was because of security reasons, and then he switched the venue and shit.
Yeah, but that ain't a cancellation.
That's what I was thinking.
That ain't a cancellation, because everybody still expected this party day that took off. It's the same day, and it's a change of venue. That's like this place not letting us have a party over here. Still,
I think the first venue they had was bigger than the second venue that was a smaller venue.
Let's look at the facts here, right? What does Akademiks fan base consist of? Anywhere from 16 to 20-year-olds. It don't really go past that. You know what I'm saying? Half them kids can't even be outside past 12. So, nigga, I can already see the show kind of not doing as well as he probably expected. Us, we got people all the way. Now, man, niggas' mamas are coming and say, man, my mama watch you all the time, man.
What?
Like, nigga, everybody.
Grandma
like,
Betty.
Everybody watch this show. Bro, I'm telling you, it's crazy.